Alright guys, I got all the baling done. I got 3 hay bales and almost 4 silage bales. This guy just got done doing all the tillage right around the same time that the baling tractor got done. So we're gonna get him out of the field and get detached from this and get the planter hooked up and ready to go. I get the semi on the field still with the bales, so we'll be able to cut again in May. Which I don't know if we're going to have any. What am I trying to say? I don't know if we're gonna have any weeds or not that we're gonna have to spray in May. Or not. I know when you plow a field you don't have weeds that year, but I don't know about tillage, on if you have them or not. So we'll find out. Just attach that there. I'm trying to think if I did anything else on camera. No, I think I just baled and finished tillage and called her good. I do need to get. No, I can do. We'll check on the spreader here quick. See him. Okay, he's got 100, or he's got 1,000 on him. 1,000 liters on him. We will. We'll go over here and jump in this field. We'll just take this line here, flip her on, and run down the field until it runs out. Might as well. Alright. So there's that. That's done there. I'll be back in April to do some planting. Oh wait, yeah, we'll be back in April to do some planting, and then we'll get our fields planted and ready to go. I believe I said we're doing soybeans on those 2 fields and then corn on that one there. So that's my plan. And we'll just get the we'll get this out of the field quick and get the bales off of it. We're gonna need these silage bales as soon as they're ready to go to pop into the TMR mixer, and that should get us until we can get they ought to last us till we can get our next cutting done. There we go. I could probably go over to the other field, just get enough to get this last bale finished off, but I'm not going to. Oh, I need to turn this on. Man. And of course, that door's not open, but we'll drop these tanks. That way, fit through the door easier. Just go back through, hook back up to them. We'll get our planter ready. fertilizer. It's got a good bit of seed. And I know we got a pallet of fertilizer over here. Yeah, sure, we'll plant the corn first. And then we can drop our tanks off after that. Our spare tanks off. We'll jump in this pickup here and finish filling up our tanks. Probably have to refill on fertilizer. I'm not sure. And I know we're gonna need to put some more seed in here. We'll get that popped open. And we're gonna have to jump in this pickup. Itches. Oh, I'll probably take the flatbed down to the store and pick up a couple more pallets of seed. Should get 8 in there, which we're getting pretty low on seed if I remember right. So if I can get 8 pallets of seed, that'd work out pretty good for me. Yeah, we're getting pretty low. I might just take, or I might get about, I might order 16. No, I'll see what I might get 24 pallets of seed. Right on the money. I might get 16 pallets and take the semi-trailer down there. Take the semi down there and pick it up. Either way, you guys will find out in the next episode when I start to plant. But I'm going to go get my seed, get it up here. Probably get a couple pallets of fertilizer too. And some and a skid loader. We'll get a skid loader too and some pallet forks and whatnot, so that way we can have all of our stuff sitting out or sitting around somewhere until we can get a storage shed for all of it. So that's what we'll do. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya. Hey guys, Simon Moore here, and welcome back to Alma, Missouri. Today we are going to get started on planting, or we're going to be planting our fields. 1 to corn, 2 to soybeans, and we're going to be moving some of our lettuce out of where it's at. Between episodes, oh, hey, I'm going to have to do that later. I did go and pick up some seed and some fertilizer. Let me see, I got 10, 20, 2, 3. What the heck? That ain't right. Hold on. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Times 4 is 20. 2, 3, or 2. I got 24. I got 24 pallets of seed and 8 pallets of fertilizer. Or 8 pallets of... Yeah. So, I got a good chunk of seed, or I've got a good bit of seeds and a lot of fertilizer. So I didn't run out for a while. And I don't know what all it ran me. And let me do this first. Fieldwork settings. Headland. We can make, we'll do that. Plant. Course. 224 row. If I wanted to, I could get a 16 row corn planter, but forget that. I'm gonna go 24. I don't think that's how you're supposed to unfold your planner. Ah yes, the nice rows. Okay, now that he's run, we're going to go move some of our lettuce around. And we'll refill the seed tender here after we get the pellets moved. I tried to use autoload and then everything pretty much fell off the trailer, so I just kicked it off the trailer and then tried to stack it with the skid loader. That didn't work out very good. Because for some reason the pallets have unrealistic ragdoll physics, I guess would be a way to put it. If you get them pallets on pallet forks and you start moving the top one, and you turn, that top one is just gonna swing around on you, which they don't do that when you have them stacked up like that. Okay, sweet, I got 16. I need a building to offload those into. Another 13,000 liters, so. Yeah, there's not that much weight on there. 600 pounds. No, that'd be 800 pounds times, what, 13? Let me break up my calculator right quick. 400 times 2.2 times 13. 11,000 pounds. Now I can see why the semi is tippy, but not this thing. Well, it still shouldn't be that unlevel, or that unstable, I should say. Okay, now we'll go get in our... yeah, I forgot. We'll jump in our Duramax Turbo Diesel. See? Wrong vehicle. Although I could do that. But we will refill our seat tender here. As it pulls from the most random areas. I don't know why it doesn't pull from the closest ones. Oh well. I also wasn't a fan of how Autoload loaded this trailer to begin with the seed and fertilizer. Okay. After I get this thing loaded, I will be back, or I'm going to, never mind. I'm going to shut up for a minute. Okay, we're gonna get this up. Pull this up over here. And we're going to jump in. Where is it? How? And okay. That's what I was wanting. Oh. Yeah, I just spread some line down that. That's right. that. We'll shut that off. Alright guys, I will be back after we are done planting this field. And we'll start to plant the other two. Alright guys, course play is done. Planting the field. I missed a couple of spots on the ends. Because they're so sharp. Because the ends are so narrow, they missed a spot on both ends. So I'm going to go ahead and just do them myself. Come on, lower. What the heck is going on? There we go. And we'll just whip on down to the other end of the field, and then we'll get started on some beans. And we'll do this big field first, and then the smaller field over there. I know what I need to set the heading to on the combine when I set up course play. It's 0 or 180, whatever, with the direction. That direction right there, 180 degrees. Okay. We've got plenty of seed. And while that thing's driving up the edge of the field, we're going to go here, we're going to go there. Load that course. That way when we get, switch over to soybeans. Now, we're actually going to go through a decent bit of seed here, I'm pretty sure, with the soybeans. So if we run out of seed before we get done with the field, I will bring you back and go from there. But I'm going to get this guy started to plant this field, and I'll be back in a bit. Well, I just got back from making supper and eating it, and the tractor was, or the planter was empty. So, we're fixing to go refill the planter. Ah, I forgot I turned that down. Give me one moment. I wish there was an audio tab in the settings here. We need to turn that up to 90%. I need to find a happy medium because everything in game is too loud if I'm trying to watch something. It overpowers what I'm trying to watch. So I turned that down. Okay. Last time I checked, there was about an hour left, and that was about 45 minutes ago. So you must have ran out of seed about half an hour ago, or a little while ago. Oh yes, the chains that I did not really need, but got anyways. Let's jump in the high country, or the blue Duramax as I usually call it. The only difference between these two, this blue one and that white one, is really the brand. It's really just a brand. The brand-to-brand trim package is basically the same, because the white one's a Denali, this one's a High Country, which is the Chevy version of the Denali, and yeah. The expensive trim package. Oh, I bet that's my dad texting me back to tell me stuff that I don't want to know, that I didn't. He's probably gonna tell me what I don't want to hear. Good enough. I'm not gonna mess with it anymore. Nope. Is that thing full? Yeah, it's gotta be full. The fill thing's not working though. The visual thingy's not working. Oh boy, we need last waypoint. Alright, I'll be back if he runs out of seed again, or if we're ready to go on to the next field. Alright guys, we just got done with this field, and we're about ready to start on the next one. I just got the planter filled up and ready to go, and I'll get courseplay workers working on this field, and then we'll come back in the episode. We'll see what we need to do for spraying in the next one if we need to, and go from there. Let me get this started up, or loaded up right quick. Flip around to where we need to be. That's the waypoint, and I shouldn't have to fill him up. So I'll see you guys when he's done. Alright guys, we just got done planting this field. We're gonna get the planter moved out of here, get it up. I should. And get the planter dropped off in the shed. And unhook the tanks over by where I normally keep them. We're going to drop off the tanks first, and then we'll put the planter back in the stall it goes. And then we'll get this thing hooked. We'll get her backed up here. Oh, hey, I need to, what am I trying to say here? I need to check my silage bales here quick. throw some in or throw them in the TMR mixer if it's ready, or if they're done fermenting. But I'm gonna get this thing ready to pull a grain cart here quick. I'm not sure if we're gonna need. We'll find out here later on. For me, it'll be tonight. I don't know. We'll see. If I need to spray, I'll make another video while spraying and cutting the grass again. But if not, I'm just gonna do it just to get it done because it's kind of repetitive. And I made probably a half dozen videos of mowing and baling and doing all that stuff with the grass. So. Okay. We need to throw some silage bales in here. Let me move the baler a little bit, unhook the baler, and get those silage bales dropped in there. Yeah, get the silage bales in there. We're gonna need to go third person. If I had a skid loader, I could do it in first, but I can't do it in first with the tractor. I can't see low enough. Okay, there we go. Now I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, you guys get to see my big mess up. I meant to make this 350,000, not 3.5 million. But we could use another bale of hay as well, so we'll throw another hay bale in there. 100,000 liters of straw goes a long way in that. It goes a lot further than one of these things does. Because we need 3 times as much hay and silage compared to straw. We're going to continue to sell our straw until, well, this pile runs out. Why is there a calf out? Let him out. Well, I will feed the cows and do some other stuff here and there while here in between episodes. And if I have to spray in May, I'll bring you guys back. If not, it'll be October. And I'll get a couple more cuts of grass in and do all that fun stuff. So I'll see you guys in the next episode.